my friends, welcome back to my channel where I'm showing my TTC journey, and today we are going for acupuncture. So after being diagnosed with polycystic ovaries and endometriosis, I'm just constantly doing research to look at more holistic ways that I can try to manage my periods as well as my endometriosis pain. And one thing that kept cropping up was acupuncture. So that's where I'm going today. I will pop on the screen where I'm going, because if you live in the Manchester area, this is a really great place to visit because you are getting discounted acupuncture. So it's not quite the same where you're like in a room by yourself. It's a facility for people to access acupuncture at a cheaper price because acupuncture is really expensive. So the lady who's doing my acupuncture today, I found her, and to see her privately it's £60, whereas now me going to the Acupuncture Works it's around £25. So it's a big difference, especially when like me you're paying for private healthcare, scans and blood work and things like that. This has been a really great resource, and that is where I'm going today. But today what I thought I would do is do a bit of a what I eat in a day, because one of the most asked questions that I seem to be getting is what are you eating to get your period back. So I'm going to do a little bit of what I eat in a day and yeah, just kind of take you along with me. Obviously I'm not going to be able to film whilst having acupuncture, but I'll be able to talk you through the experience and sort of what to expect and how many times I need to go back, etc. So that's the plan for today. But before I got myself ready, I did have breakfast. So here's my breakfast. So if you watched my last video, you'll know I've been seeing a holistic nutritionist who's asked me to have some apple cider vinegar water before each meal. And then for breakfast, I'm going to be having my paleo porridge. I'll leave the recipe in the description, with some coconut yogurt and some skinny food jam. So that was breakfast. I do genuinely have the same thing every single day because I love it. On a weekend, I'll have pancakes, something like that, so maybe I can do another what I eat in a day, sort of like a weekend edition where I do switch things up. But that has been my staple breakfast for a long time. I have just got a really exciting email. I've just got my patient letter from my private gynecologist, basically running through our appointments, what the plan is going forward, and yeah, I need to take this to my doctor today, so that's another thing for me to do. So it says the plan going forward, I need to arrange a analysis for my husband, which we've booked in for next week. So again, I've gone private because honestly waiting for the NHS to do it just takes so long. So it was only £200, so I have paid to do that. If that comes back normal, then I can go for the Clomid if I want it, because he's put in here I was offered metformin, but with my stomach issues I just don't think metformin's going to be a good option for me, so I have declined the metformin. It says please request your GP to do a referral for you back to the hospital as an NHS patient, and he's also put me on the waiting list for surgery, which is really exciting. He wants me to chase the physiotherapy department, and I've just got a letter through from them this morning actually that I need to complete. So it's like a really long document. It's about 10 pages where I've got to basically describe my pain, and then they will decide whether I guess I get an appointment. Again, a silly system that I'm presuming wasn't in place before COVID, but it is now. So it's the second thing I need to do today. And here, the last one, it says you are not keen on medical management of your endometriosis symptoms. And what he means by that is, he asked me if I wanted to go back on the contraceptive pill to manage the pain, and I've declined. I've done that for a reason. A, because I'm trying to regulate my period, which obviously I'm not going to be able to do if I'm on contraception, and I want to know whether the pain is getting better or worse, and I can't do that if I'm on contraception. So I know if I went on contraception that I possibly could be in less pain day to day. However, I just don't think that's a good option. I really want to be in tune with my own body and know what's going on, and the contraceptive pill is just going to mask that. I've been off it for a year. I worked so hard to get to where I am now. I wouldn't even be going through this process of being diagnosed if I was still on the pill. So I have politely declined that. And it says your surgery is likely to involve a laparoscopy, removal of endometriosis. He's not used the word removal, I can't read that word, and a hysteroscopy, which I believe is where they check whether you've got any blockages in your tubes, which is great because I've actually heard that that procedure is really painful and it was potentially something that I was going to have done down the line. So thank God they're going to do that for me during my surgery. So that is so exciting. Honestly, I have waited for this for so long. I didn't expect to I get upset in every single video. Just seeing that on paper and me now actually being able to be referred for surgery is amazing. But in the meantime, I'm going to be doing acupuncture. I am going to be doing the herbal medicine by the nutritionist, looking after my sleep, doing everything that I can on my end to manage my cycle, and then yeah, we go for that surgery. So I'm going to stop waffling now, and yeah, I will check in with you guys when I get back from acupuncture. Hello, I am back from acupuncture and it was the most relaxing zen thing I think I've ever done. But before we get into that, I am going to show you my lunch because I am starving. So let's see what I've got. P.S. sorry about the lighting. It is the most miserable grey rainy day here in Manchester. No surprises. Okay, so for lunch we have got a salad. So we've got some chicken that I cooked last night in paprika. Then we've got some egg whites, some avocado, some salad leaves under there with some tomato. And then these little rice cakes which are made out of like 12 different seeds or something like that. And then we've just got some harissa in the middle here because somebody ate all the hummus. So yeah, that is my lunch for today. Lots of different whole foods. We've got proteins, we've got fats, we've got some greens. Usually I would have like butternut squash or something like that, but I didn't have any left, so we've just gone for the rice cakes. But yeah, there is my lunch, and if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen this. Lunch has been demolished. I'm not gonna lie, when I was putting together chicken with egg whites and a salad, I was thinking this isn't going to work, but it was so tasty. And now I've just got myself a little trail mix. So I've got some mixed nuts, some blueberries and some 100% dark chocolate, so it's got no sugar in it. But anyway, let's talk about the acupuncture. So because this was my like initial consultation, I had a questionnaire to fill out, obviously, because I feel like I have to fill out questionnaires everywhere I go at the moment. But it asked me loads and loads of questions about pretty much every part of my body, because I guess when you go to acupuncture they don't quite know what you're going for. So for me the key things were obviously pain, menstrual cycle, digestion and things like that. So we talked about my polycystic ovaries diagnosis, my menstrual cycle, endometriosis, where the pain is, whether I deal with like irritability, mood swings, just everything like that. And we really went in depth talking about the treatment that I'd had so far and what we can do in terms of acupuncture to help with some of that pain. So once I'd done my questionnaire and we'd had a chat, she said the focus for me is going to be regulating my menstrual cycle, because if you watch my last video you will know that I got a period after 4 months. So now the case is trying to make sure that that period is coming every single month. So we are going to be balancing the yin and the yang to try and balance my hormones to make sure that I am continuing to get that cycle every month. I'm also going to use acupuncture to relieve some of that pain that the endometriosis causes, particularly in my pelvic area and my sciatic nerves as well. So once we'd been through that, that took about 40 minutes. She then got me to lie on the bed, take my shoes and socks off. I had to roll my top up and she started to stick some of the little needles in me. And if you've had acupuncture before, you'll know that they don't just go in the area where you're experiencing pain. So she actually started with my foot, my right foot in particular, and stuck a few in my foot and like my heel area. I then had a few around my left knee, and then I had some in my hands as well, and then she stuck a few in my pelvic area, but not too many, A, because I'm still on my period, so it's still quite a sensitive area, and 2, she was just trying to get a feel for how painful that area is in terms of my endometriosis. And it was so strange. She stuck the needles in the right hand side where I get most of my pain, but when she stuck it in the left hand side, it was crazy. I got like a really deep tug in there. So I could already from the get-go start to feel things working. She then worked her way up, and I had some stuck in my head and also in my forehead to help me relax. And the reasons for the ones in my head was, she said it's like a central line through the body. So rather than sticking too many in my pelvis, she was trying to mirror this through my body. So sticking some in my head all the way down to my feet. And then the best part was that she put a heat lamp on my stomach. So I had this lovely heat lamp over me, warming up my belly, and then I just got to lie there for half an hour with some nice relaxing music, enjoying the acupuncture. And it was such a strange thing. I could feel things moving like deep inside, particularly where those needles were in my pelvis area, and I could feel that it was like moving and churning, not painful in any way, but it was definitely stimulating something in there. And I just felt so relaxed, which I didn't expect. I have had acupuncture in the past for an injury, and that was quite painful, whereas this time I just felt so zen and so relaxed, and was just like trying to take it all in and yeah, let my body do what it needed to do basically. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. I didn't expect that. I'm not somebody who's typically into all this kind of thing. This is completely new to me. When I went for acupuncture for my knee, it was just part of physiotherapy. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I just got to relax and, you know, really take some time to think and just let the needles do their work. I left so sleepy. My goodness, I had to try and do like a 20-point turn to get out the car park, and I just felt so relaxed. I was really struggling. And she said that I might feel a little bit more tired today as well after acupuncture. So I was going to go to the gym, but I'm just really not in the mood for that. So I think I'm just going to do like a really nice long yoga or Pilates session at home and just enjoy the day. So yeah, if you have been thinking about acupuncture, just go for the initial consultation, speak to the professional who's doing it, and give it a go. You just never know, do you? So I would highly recommend it after my first session. Weirdly enough, I get really bad lower back pain, and that is already starting to ease, and I'm just like, is it the acupuncture or is it in my head? But this morning it was really bad, and now I feel like some tension has been lifted, which is amazing. So there's my acupuncture experience. I loved it. I'm now going to go and enjoy my trail mix, and I will see you guys in a little bit for some more food. So for a mid-afternoon snack, I've just been batch cooking these tuna patties. So they are basically little hits of protein made out of tinned tuna, some shredded courgette, some egg whites to bind it, and then I basically just mix up the spices. So this time I used some garlic, salt, pepper, some smoked paprika, and yeah, you can just play around with the recipe. So I just had 2 of those. And then for dinner, I call this my cheats paella. So it's basically just a packet of microwave rice with loads of veggies, peppers, peas, and then this lovely coconut lime chicken that I found in Aldi, which is already pre-cooked. So yeah, just assembled that. And then for dessert, I've got some yogurt, and I did some homemade Cocoa Pops and also some raspberries and some dark chocolate. And before bed, I just did a 10-minute quick stretch using the Deliciously Ella app, and that was the end of my day. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video, seeing what I eat and also hearing about my acupuncture experience. If you did like the video, please don't forget to subscribe, give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one.